Okay, we go to the sixth myth. It's again continuing with the foreign sector. The external debt of Bulgaria is too high. Now this is talking about legacies of communism. This one here, oops, this one is the legacy from communism. Bulgaria went from having almost no foreign debt in the early 80s for various reasons, basically to being bankrupt at above 100% of national income in foreign debt. All of this foreign debt was accumulated by the communist state, and the most important thing about it is that it was not used to create productive capacity. It was simply consumed. As I love saying, you flush and it's gone. You eat, you flush, and that's it. And you have the debt. You don't have anything to show for it. Now, then we had the problematic 8 years, first 8 years of transition, and then you have this remarkable episode of dropping foreign indebtedness, which then increased again. This is related to EU membership. All of a sudden, Bulgaria became a much better risk in the eyes of the international investors, so they decided to enter the country in big numbers, large numbers. When the crisis started, this has basically moderated back to below 100% of GDP. But then there is a very important nuance in the dynamic of the debt. Obviously, here, above 100% of that was a big problem, a huge problem. That was always in the news, whether we're going to pay the next service of the debt. Here, unless you're an economist, you wouldn't hear about a problem. It's the same size. It's a little bit above or a little bit below 100% of national income, but nobody is talking about it here. Nobody seems to be very worried except the European Commission. So there's a big difference in these two debts. And the big difference is, this one is clearly unsustainable. You cannot just borrow and eat. This one is mostly investment goods. Namely, you can trace almost one-to-one the increase in foreign indebtedness with the import of investment goods, which create productive capacity and help increase that productivity that you saw.